When the world lost its way, when every soul turned to violence, when heaven itself grieved, only one man kept walking toward the light.
For Chapter 5, A Man Who Walked with God. Picture the earth spiraling into chaos, every day darker than the last. Humanity multiplied, and with it, a darkness that spread like poison. The sons of God saw that the daughters of humans were beautiful and took whoever they wanted. No consent, no boundaries, just raw desire. Ancient lines were crossed. The Nephilim walked the earth, giants, heroes, legends whispered about in fear and awe. On the surface, civilization looked impressive, powerful even. But God saw what was happening underneath, and his heart was breaking. The Lord looked at humanity, his creation, his image bearers, the ones he breathed life into, and saw something that didn't just disappoint him. It shattered his heart into a million pieces. Every inclination of the thoughts of the human heart was only evil all the time. Read that again. Not sometimes, not in weak moments, not when temptation was strong. All the time. Violence wasn't the exception, it was breakfast conversation. Corruption wasn't scandalous, it was expected, rewarded even. The divine image stamped on humanity, that beautiful reflection of God himself, had been defaced beyond recognition, smeared, destroyed. Imagine being the creator, watching your masterpiece destroy itself. God's heart grieved, not just sadness, deep, profound grief, the kind that makes your chest hurt, the kind that steals your breath, and from that grief, a decision was made. I will wipe from the face of the earth the human race I have created, and with them the animals, the birds, and the creatures that move along the ground. Can you hear the weight in those words? The pain? This wasn't an angry tyrant throwing a tantrum. This was a father looking at his children destroying themselves and each other, and knowing there was only one way to stop the bleeding. Judgment was coming, swift, complete, unavoidable. But then, 3 words that changed everything, but Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. While God scanned a corrupt world, one man stood out. Noah was righteous, blameless among the people of his time. He walked faithfully with God. Everyone around Noah was compromising. Everyone was going with the flow. Everyone had decided God's ways were irrelevant. Everyone except Noah. He had a family to feed, social pressure to navigate, yet somehow, in the midst of total moral collapse, Noah kept walking with God. All flesh had corrupted their ways, all flesh, except one man. The mission that would save the world. God came to Noah. I am going to put an end to all people, for the earth is filled with violence. I am surely going to destroy both them and the earth. No ambiguity, destruction was coming, but God didn't stop there. So make yourself an ark of cypress wood, make rooms in it, and coat it with pitch inside and out. The ark is to be 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. Do the math. That's 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, 45 feet high. Bigger than anything Noah had ever seen. A structure that would take years to build. Make a roof for it, leaving an opening 1 cubit high all around. Put a door in the side of the ark and make lower, middle, and upper decks. God thought of everything: ventilation, organization, capacity. The impossible assignment. Then came the real challenge. I am going to bring floodwaters on the earth to destroy all life under the heavens. Everything on earth will perish. Total devastation. But I will establish my covenant with you, and you will enter the ark, you and your sons and your wife and your sons' wives with you. A covenant. In the midst of universal judgment, God was offering particular grace. But there was more. You are to bring into the ark 2 of all living creatures, male and female, to keep them alive with you. 2 of every kind of bird, of every kind of animal, and of every kind of creature that moves along the ground. Wait, what? Noah wasn't just building a boat for his family. He was building a preservation chamber for all life on earth. Thousands of animals, different species with different needs. And he needed to feed them all. You are to take every kind of food that is to be eaten and store it away as food for you and for them. This wasn't a weekend project. This was years of backbreaking labor, careful planning, and extraordinary faith. The cost nobody talks about now. Put yourself in Noah's sandals. God just told you to build a boat the size of a cargo ship. In your backyard, nowhere near any ocean. You'll spend years on this. Your resources, your time, your reputation, your neighbors will mock you. Still building your boat, Noah? Where's this flood? Years pass, no rain, no flood, just relentless ridicule. The pressure to quit would be crushing, the temptation to compromise overwhelming. But here's what happened. Noah did everything just as God commanded him. Everything, not most things. Not the important things. Everything. Just as God commanded. Why complete obedience matters. Noah's obedience wasn't blind, it was radical trust. He believed the flood was coming, though he'd never seen anything like it. He trusted God's design, though it looked ridiculous. He valued divine approval over human opinion. He feared God's judgment more than man's mockery. And his obedience saved the world. When the floodwaters finally came, when the skies opened and the deep burst forth, when the world that mocked Noah was suddenly drowning, the ark became humanity's lifeline. The boat that looked foolish proved to be the wisest thing he ever built. The pattern we can't miss. Look at the flow: corruption, judgment, grace, obedience, salvation. God doesn't judge without warning. He doesn't condemn without offering rescue. But rescue requires response, grace demands faith, and faith without works is dead. Noah heard, Noah believed, Noah obeyed. Complete obedience, costly obedience, obedience that made him stand alone while everyone else went with the flow. That's what walking with God looks like when the world walks away from him. Your ark moment. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Noah's world isn't that different from ours. We live in a time when following God makes you the odd one out. When obedience is labeled extremism and compromise is called wisdom. The pressure to blend in is everywhere. Keep your faith private. Don't be too radical. Surely God doesn't expect that much. But Noah teaches us something different. Walking with God means obeying even when it's costly. Building even when others mock. Trusting even when circumstances contradict. Standing even when you stand alone. God gave Noah specific instructions, these dimensions, this door, these provisions. And Noah did everything just as God commanded. No negotiations, no shortcuts, no, I'll do it my way. Just obedience. The favor that saves Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord, not because he was perfect, but because he was faithful. In a world full of people doing their own thing, Noah did God's thing. In a generation that abandoned divine authority, Noah submitted completely. In an age when everyone thought he was crazy, Noah trusted God more than the crowd. And when judgment came, his faithfulness was vindicated. The same pattern holds today. God still saves the faithful. He still provides escape for those who trust him. He still honors those who obey completely. The question isn't whether God will be faithful. He always is. The question is whether we'll walk with him the way Noah did, with radical trust, complete obedience, and unwavering commitment, even when the whole world thinks we're crazy. Chatra, the choice before you, because here's what Noah knew that his generation didn't. The God who warns is the God who saves. The God who judges is the God who rescues. And the God who commands is the God who keeps his promises. Noah built the ark, God sent the flood, and when the waters came, everyone who mocked wished they'd built one too. Don't wait for the flood to believe the warning. Don't wait for judgment to value obedience. Don't wait for disaster to realize that walking with God, really walking with him the way Noah did, is the only path that leads to safety. God is still looking for people who will walk faithfully with him, people who will obey when obedience is costly, people who will trust when trust looks foolish, people who will stand when standing means standing alone. The world needs more Noahs. Will you be one? Build your ark, do everything just as God commands, and when the storms come, you'll be glad you did.